Hello, spiritual seekers. This is Deanna, a reader at For Heaven's Sakes Books on Thursdays and Fair Fridays, and toolsofenergyprotection.com. So, hello, everybody. I'm so super excited to see you. I've got so many things to tell you tonight, so stay tuned. And we're actually going to do a real time karmic clearing. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that karma and clearing it right now is paramount, and the planets are set up just perfectly for that. So I'm going to wait a while for the film to populate. So if you're seeing this in the replay, I'm going to talk about a few details. Then I'm going to do a collective consciousness reading, and then I'm going to do a real-time karmic clearing with everybody that's here on the lives and those that are watching maybe later. So hello to people on Instagram and hello to everybody on Facebook. So if you have a question, go ahead and drop it here in the feed. So spiritual seekers, my name is Deanna, and I've been working with energy for over 15 years now. And so what we're seeing right now in space and time in this planet has to do with energy shifts and planetary shifts and how it's making us feel. So last week, a few of you came out to the bookstore at For Heaven's Sakes Books in Denver. There's two locations. I'm at the Denver location. And we did some energy clearing. So some of you were suffering with anxiety, and some of you were really having a tough time of it over the last few weeks, especially last week. You just felt like you were a towel being wrung out with your emotions, probably exhausted, a lot of weird dreams. If any of you can relate to that, can you give me a thumbs up? And over here on Instagram, if you can give me a heart. Because this is what's happening. And so, to be of service to all of you, I'm coming on here sharing what's happening for you so that you don't feel so, weird or unusual. And I want you to know that you are loved by the creator source of all, and we're all going through this at the same time on this planet. So, okay, looks like we got a few more viewers over here, and we've got some following us over here on Instagram. So, here's what I'm going to cover tonight. First of all, I am going to do an Akashic record reading for the collective consciousness. That means every man, woman, and child. Then, if you're listening, and then I'm going to talk about some results that I actually saw last week with a client that came in for a karmic energy clearing. And then I'm going to do a real time karmic energy clearing while you're right here with me tonight. If you're seeing the replay, just go ahead and participate, and my angels and guides will be there to help you along. So how's everybody doing tonight? Gonna get some thumbs up? Looks like we got some people are dropping in and some people are dropping out. So first of all, I'm going to do a collective consciousness reading, and this is a really super important time because we are on the supermoon, and not only is this the supermoon, but this is the last supermoon for 2023. And why, you may ask, is that so important? Well, you've got Jupiter and you've got Saturn and you've got Mercury that tomorrow night, Friday night, you'll be able to follow. Oh, sorry, Friday night. Tomorrow night. It's only Wednesday. Today is September 27th, 2023. And so Friday night, you'll be able to see them in the Northern Hemisphere, at least, going across the sky. And Saturn is a ruler of a lot of different energies, and so is Jupiter. And so when you have the two of them playing out with a moon that was not, on its normal course last night, you're going to feel a lot of emotions. And many of you may be feeling a chill pill. How many of you have felt like the last 2 weeks were just like a towel being wrung out, and this week it's like, oh, I feel better? How many of you out there like that? Can I get some thumbs up? Maybe in the chat over here. Looks like we have, all right. So Ray, I'm glad that you joined us. And Mama Jakeem, oh, thank you. You love my top. Thank you. And Angelica, it's good to see all of you. I'm so excited that you're joining me tonight. And over here on Facebook Live, I see a lot of folks joining in for the reading, but nobody said hello yet. So please go ahead and put it, down here below. I do see some thumbs up. All right, here we go. So without further delay, we have got these planets, and as they're moving, they shift salt water and electric because of the magnetic pulse on the planet. In case you didn't know it, our planet Earth has a magnetic polarity, and so do we inside of our chakras. And so here we are kind of going across the planet. And if we're in alignment with the frequencies that are happening, this can really help us. This can benefit us. So if you, hey Cheryl, if you are suffering from anxiety or depression, okay, be real. How many over the last 2 weeks felt it? You were like, I'm so done. I don't know what's going on. Lots of tears. Perhaps emotions came up from you didn't know where, and you're trying to process them and work. I know for me, when they pop up, I'm attempting to work and do my heart centered business and, just everything else. And so it's been really tough. Can I get some thumbs up over here for people that felt like it's been really tough this week or last week and the week before? And then last Sunday, just a few days ago, it felt like there was some peace, and we're like, oh, phew, it's over. And I'm letting you know now, we've got about a year and 2 months stretch of this where we're going to have an elevation of frequency. That's where you're going to feel like you're wrung out, and then you're going to go to the next level, and then wrung out, and then go to the next level. Amelia, yeah, she says today she felt like that. Okay, so as these energies flux, pay attention. This is the important part. As these energies flux, the electromagnetic energy on the planet shifts according to where the planets and the moon and the sun are in the sky. This is science. And as they shift the frequency on the planet. Your body is made of, okay, let's just say dirt, salt, water, and electricity. Magnetics shift polarity or electricity. And your brain is made of the same thing. So as the planets are shifting, your physical brain is feeling the electromagnetic frequency shift, and also your heart. So you have your human mind, you have your heart mind, and then you have your consciousness or the collective consciousness, and then you have your connection with the divine. If that's making sense to you, if that's good information for you, can you let me know in the comments below or a thumbs up over here? Okay, great. Tom says thank you and gave me a thumbs up. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm giving a reading, but I'm also giving you some education so that you can understand why things are so cray-cray. All right, so let's go ahead and do this reading for the collective consciousness. And then I'd like to share with you, I had a lady come to see me last week to shift some of these things we're talking about. So Amelia, if this is how you've been feeling, you want to pay close attention to that. Because we shifted some energies for her, things you can't see, or, you can feel them here, but you can't see them, you can't touch them. And once we did this Akashic Record clearing for her, then things shifted big time. And I'll tell you about that in a little bit. And don't forget, hang in there, because I'm going to do a karmic clearing in real time for everybody that's on the call tonight, and for those of you that that are watching the replay. So don't worry, my angels and my guides, they know when that's happening, and they make sure that you're protected during that time. All right. So it looks like I have a few more thumbs up over here. If you have any comments or questions, go ahead and put them down here below in the feed, and the same for the Instagram folks. All right. Okay, here's the collective consciousness reading. That's the reading for what we can expect for the next 7 days. Oh, thank you, Chelsea. Yay, thank you. And so today is 9/27/2023. And so this is the frequency shifts. This is what's going to be coming through your records, your Akashic records, which is your etheric body and things that have been placed in there for you to experience. This is fascinating. Couldn't have picked it better myself. It's called the Queen of Forces. Okay, over here on Instagram, Queen of Forces, you notice the moon on one side and the sun on the other. Queen of Forces. So right now, this is something I've been working on myself, is balancing that energy. The energy is, the moon. The moon has a healing energy. Even in ancient Egypt, they knew that. And then the sun is a powerful energy. And so between the two of those and balancing those energies, what's going to happen is you're going to begin to feel this healing that's happening. So it's not only the other planets out there, but it's the power from the sun and the healing energy from the moon will heal the energy within your body. All right, let's go on. I can see some of you are starting to fall asleep, you know, like when I was in school. All right, Natalie says, um, Natalie says it sounds like she was trying. Yes, she was trying. The gal that came to see me last week was working through her own energies, but we cleared some together, and it's amazing the results. I'll tell you that in just a little bit. And then the next card we have for this week is Archangel Gabriel. So here's Gabriel. Okay. And so what does that mean? Well, we've got the Queen of Forces. So for the next week, we are going to feel the power of the moon and the power of the sun in our healing. And that's our emotions, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest subject for the last couple of months has been healing from genetic lineage. So thoughts, feelings, and emotions that your parents have, which I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a little taste of a manifesting money. I'm going to clear some karma. Sorry. Trying to think of how to say that the best way. Archangel Gabriel is someone who can step forward and help you. So if you're really having challenging times and you're not really sure what to do and how to balance things, you can call in Gabriel this week and say, hey, I need some help. And you will feel yourself shifting, right? Just release the fear and you will feel him coming in. Also, the number 3 is big this week. So look for things in threes, people contacting you, different forms of money coming to you in threes. It's going to be amazing. All right. Then, okay, just a moment. Natalie says that was supposed to be a hex. Natalie, write out the complete sentence for me over here on Facebook Live because I'm not catching up with what's going on. Sorry. Be a little bit more clear on that. Okay, Billy says, hello, love your hair. My mom had the same color and cut. She is gone now. Oh, Billy Ann, I'm so sorry. And thank you for loving my hair. I do it for all of you. Thank you so much. Okay, and hi, Lana Z. Good to see you. All right, so we're finishing the collective consciousness reading. So the first part of it was Queen of Forces. So this week, watch the energy of the moon and the sun. The sun is a powerful, and the moon is a healing energy. If you need help, call on Archangel Gabriel. This is a pretty easy reading for this week. And then the last one I have is Winged Messenger. Winged Messenger, and this came upside down. So that means there may be some problems for some of you connecting with your angels and guides this week because you've got so much chaos going on in your thoughts. One lady contacted me today. She goes, I can't still my thoughts. I just got ADD thoughts all over the place. Well, if you're like that, then it's hard to pick up the messages from your angels and guides. All right. So let me see if I can pick up a question or two, and then I'm going to go over and talk to you about what happened to this one gal that came in to see me last week. Let's see. Still trying to pick up, let's see. Okay. Just a moment. I'm reading Natalie's comment here. Okay, so Natalie's just talking about some things that happened for her last week. So there was a lot of trauma, drama, a lot of conflict going on for the collective consciousness. And for those of you that don't know, every man, woman, and child thinks. And as you think, you send signals, and then they form into kind of like an ether, and it becomes a collective consciousness of everybody on this planet. And it kind of depends on how you're programmed in for that. All right, so let's talk real quickly. About what happened. So I am an Akashic Records reader. That's one of my titles. And I help spiritually enlightened or spiritual seekers to find and plug into what's going on for them, clear and transmute that energy so they can live a more joyful and happy life. It's really simple, and it's a labor of love, and I've been doing it for 13 years, and I've seen almost 7,000 people in my one-to-one sessions. So it's just amazing, and I love it. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk to you about this gal that came in to see me last week. And so I did a video and I said, hey, look, you know, if you're having depression or anxiety, because so many people last week were experiencing anxiety all over the place, and they were just, and asked me what to do. And so I told her, come in, see me, and let's work on it. So she came in, first time we'd ever met, and I connected to the angels and guides, and then I cleared and transmuted her energy. What does that mean? People are saying, what do you mean clear my energy, Deanna? What does that mean? Okay, I want you to take your arms and stretch them out straight, and then I want you to turn in a circle. Don't get dizzy. And when you do, when you turn in that circle, that is your etheric body. That's the body that's right here that you can't really touch it, you can't smell it, you can't taste it. It's right here. It's an electromagnetic energy field. Look it up. Look up human energy field and you'll see it. It's absolutely beautiful. In that energy field is everything that you're thinking. So if you're going around with thoughts 90 to nothing, ADD, ADHD, been there, or anxiety or fear, that's what's right here. Well, if you've got that going on, my question to you is, how can you communicate with your guides? How can you clear karma? How can you release old baggage if it's like this, right? You can't, because there's too much going on in your energy field, which goes all the way around like a giant egg shape. So what I do is I connect in with your Akashic records. Akashic means sky or ether. So they're the records of the energy that's stored here. And that is energy not only of you created, but energy that's come to you from your parents. And that's what I want to do, is a really just a sample of what it's like to have a karmic clearing with me. I'm going to give you a little taste of that next, because it's so important. That's what's happening in this planet as the energies are shifting. There's family lineage karma coming in that's being asked to be fleshed out. And you're like, why am I stuck with it? That's the first thing when I found out. I'm like, why am I stuck with it? Why didn't they take care of it? Well, they didn't. And the energies come to you, and you are aligned in this time and space with the most beautiful planetary alignments. So when you're feeling that anxiety, that's basically the universe putting what needs to be done right here on a silver platter. And all you have to do is transmute the energy, and it's done. Listen to this. Okay, so the gal came to see me last Thursday at the bookstore, and she writes to me, "Hi, Deanna. I wanted to thank you very much for the time we spent in our session last week. Since Friday, I have felt a huge shift in everything. My anxiety had gone from debilitating with occasional thoughts of wanting to escape with either a prescription anxiety antidepressant med or making plans to go off the planet, to almost non-existent. Just like that, I kept wanting to pinch myself and make sure I was still me. I am. After the session, I felt relaxed. I'm thinking more clearly and even finding my humorous self that has been missing for quite some time." She was feeling joy in her heart. And she goes on to tell me that during the session, she didn't really feel anything except for my laughter. But after a couple of days, it kicked in. And her energy, there was so much of it, it cleared, and she felt relaxed, thinking clearly, and even finding herself being humorous. That is so beautiful. So I wanted to share that with you because people have asked me, what's it like to have a session with you? And now you know. So if you all are experiencing that, let me know. Now I'm going to read a couple of questions that I noticed are posted. Then I'm going to go on with a real-time karmic clearing so you too can experience that as well. So one moment here. Let me roll back on the questions. All right. Hello to Chelsea. Let's see. Let me roll back over here. Make sure that we got to say hello to everybody. And I'm so glad that you've taken the time out of your evening to join me. Like I said, if you're on the replay, if you have a question, please put it down below. That's what I'm doing now is questions. Then I'm going to go do a karmic clearing. Okay. And Billy Ann, I'm sorry for the loss of your mom, But if you need, if you ever want to talk to your mom, um, October 31st at the For Heaven's Sake book in Applewood, we are having a medium night and also an angel night. So if you want to come and participate in that, we'd love to have you. Okay. Let's see what else we have. I'm looking for questions right now and answering questions. So if you want to pop those down in the feed. And let's see here. There we go. Lauren Martinez. Hi, Lauren. It's so good to see you. And Billy Ann says, what is that beautiful deck? It's called the Akashic Tarot, and you can get it at For Heaven's Sake. You can give them a call at 303-964-9339. And for those of you that want to get on my schedule tomorrow, again, today's 9/27. And I will be at For Heaven's Sake tomorrow in Denver. If you want to get on my schedule, go to forheavensake.com here on this feed, here in the Facebook feed. There should be a link. And then when you're in forheavensake.com, then click on practitioners, click Denver, and click Deanna. So Deanna in Denver, and you'll find my schedule. It's about half full right at the moment. So you want to jump on to that and get on just as quickly as you can. Okay. Because usually after these lives, they fill up, but sometimes there's ones left in the morning. All right. Then I'm just looking at questions, and we're going to go on, and we're going to do a real-time clearing. Lauren asked me, how's my night? Lauren, thank you so much. Beautiful kisses to you. Thank you for asking. It's going really good. I'm actually feeling at peace. That's some of the things I wanted to share with you all tonight, the peacefulness. Oh, hi, Cheryl. Oh, it's good to see you. She says the moon here in Idaho is absolutely gorgeous. For those of you in Denver, I had dinner outside tonight and watched the moon. It was just beautiful. Sat near the lake. All right. Let's see what we've got. Again, I'm looking at questions, and then I'm going to do a real live karmic clearing here. If you're watching the recording, don't worry, the angels will be with you when that happens. Okay, is it best to charge your moonstone on Friday night with the full moon? Yolanda, I just love you. I used to wear moonstone all the time, but my necklace broke, so I've got to get a new necklace. But your moonstone, if you put it out in that full moon, if you can put it like in a saucer with some dirt so it connects to the feeling of earth, if you don't want to just put it directly outside. All right, let me see if I've got any questions over here. Going back over here to Instagram. Looks like we've got a lot of folks jumping on. I appreciate each and every one of you and your patience. Mama Jakeem says, if you've never done a reading with Deanna, I would highly recommend it. She is so gifted and talented. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. You know, this is my passion. I just love it. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Hi, Bella. Let's see. Mama Jakeem says, my daughter in California has been having a difficult time finding a new job. Any thoughts for guidance for her? Her name is Emily. Thank you. Okay. So, on your daughter, anybody who is seeking something right now, especially a job, I want you to think about the kind of job you want and feel yourself in it. It's manifesting. I know it's an old technique, but think about it. Have her visualize it. What kind of a boss does she want? What kind of pay does she want? What kind of drive does she want since she's in California, or transportation? And then visualize it and like blow it into a bubble, like bubble gum, and release it to the universe and walk forward knowing that that perfect job is coming for her. I know it's simple, but it works. It works. So give that a try. If not, Mama Jakeem, then just reach out to me. We'll do a clearing for your daughter. Okay, Dana, nice to see you. All right, back over here to Facebook. Let's see here. See what other comments we have. Natalie says, Natalie says, I need to see you and do a past life clearing because I'm pulled into the astral and past lives when I'm sleeping, including languages I don't speak. Yes, absolutely, Natalie. That is a big thing. A lot of folks are having dreams that they know they're traveling into a past life and they may not understand it, but you're actually seeing into a timeline where things need to be switched and changed. And since we have the energy here in this life with the alignment of planets, a lot of times we're clearing out the past life issues. Great question. And then Cheryl says, will the relationship with my son be reconciled? It feels like yes, but slowly. It's going to take a few months. So I hope that answers your question. And then Natalie's asking me, where am I at? Am I at the one on Orchard? No, I'm actually downtown Denver by the, trying to think of the name of that place. It'll come to me. It's off of Sheridan and like 76. That's the one I'm at the bookstore. It faces the lake there at Lakeside Park. Okay, so let's get ready. We did the collective consciousness reading. If you're just jumping on, then you can go back to the beginning. Had a little bit of a bumpy start. Sorry, I had so many things on my mind tonight and coming and doing this. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to give you a little taste of what it's like to have a karmic clearing, because this coming October the 13th, which is not that far from now, I'm going to do an Akashic record clearing for an entire group instead of just one-to-one session. And what we're going to do is we're going to get into a relaxed mental state, and we're going to pull up things about relationships. And again, like I said, right in the here and now, we are clearing relationships karmically for our family lineage. I know. Some of us are like, why me? Why couldn't they get it done? But, it is what it is. And by clearing this, not only do you free yourself, but you free your family from behind and the family going forward. And then we're going to go into part of your subconscious mind to find out what these energies are. And then I'm going to have you release them and clear and transmute them. And so that's what happens when I do this kind of a clearing. So at Applewood, for heaven's sakes, Applewood on Friday, October the 13th, yes, I picked that day on purpose, from 6 to 7, I'm going to do manifesting love and relationships by clearing your karma. So for those of you that have been looking for love and relationships, and you just feel like you're doing the same thing over and over again, huge benefit. Because this is going to shift your energy, and you're going to feel like this gal that came to came to see me last week. Only it's in a group setting, and usually with the synergy like that, things will go much more quickly. So be sure and check out forheavensake.com and click on events and look for manifesting love and relationships. So tonight, what I'm going to do is a little tiny taste of that. Only we're going to work on money issues. Thumbs up. How many hearts? Thumbs up. Woohoo! I got to thank you over here. How many of you would like to have a little karma cleared from your family lineage dealing with money? Woohoo! All right, somebody says that I need that a lot. All right. And Lauren asked if she's ever going to be financially okay. Lauren, I could tell you yes, and Lauren, I could tell you no. But instead, I want you to participate with me. Let's shift your energy and let's get you so you can be financially okay. That's all. It's just a matter of shifting a frequency and changing some thoughts and behaviors. And you can get there. I know I have. I've worked my way up from the bottom. Okay. All right. Let's see. Everybody says over here says thank you. All right. So here we go. So it's a little taste of what I'm going to be doing at the bookstore in Applewood. Don't go to the Denver location. Applewood on October the 13th. Okay. So first thing is we're going to go to a relaxed mental state. So I'd like for each and every one of you to put your feet flat on the floor. I'll put mine down here on the floor. And put the palms of your hands either on your thighs or like this, unless you're holding the phone. Gently close your eyes. And we're going to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose slowly and out through the mouth. Good. And as you are breathing gently in and out, I would like for you to think of your mom. And what's the first thing, the first statement you remember your mom saying about money? Was it, we can't afford that? We don't have enough money? Don't ask for that? Think about that in your mind. What was that statement you remember your mom saying about money when you were little? We don't have enough. We can't afford that. That's for people that have money. Whatever that statement is, how does it feel in your body? Are you getting butterflies? Is your heart racing? Are you feeling sweaty? I want you to metaphorically or in your mind grab onto that statement and hold it. And hold it out towards your visualization of mom. And say, I don't need to own this anymore. Instead, I choose to transmute it, dissolve it, and release it to the universe. Good. Take 3 more deep breaths. And this time, I'd like for you to just be as still as possible. And we're going to connect to your subconscious mind. And I'm going to ask you a question. And the first word or words that pop out, that is the answer. So I would like for you to think about money. Here comes the question. Whatever pops out first is what I'd like for you to hold on to. Why don't I have enough money? What was your answer? Is it something like, I never have enough? I can't earn enough? Every time I get money, it just seems to go? What is that statement? What is that feeling that either came from your gut or your heart? And I would like for you to see that energy being cleared and transmuted across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. Clear and transmuted out of your subconscious mind. And then visualize white light just flooding that space inside of your mind and shifting that vibrational frequency. Good. Deep breath in and exhale. Okay, deep breath in and exhale. Now say to yourself, it is okay for me to have money. It is okay for me to have money. Say it until you smile. It is okay for me to have money. Good. Now I would like for you to wiggle your toes, maybe bounce your feet up and down a little bit, or your legs if you're laying on the bed watching this, and raise your heart rate back up. And come back to me. Good. Welcome back, everybody. That's just a little tiny taste. And what we do is we take it from there and we go deeper and deeper, and we clear and transmute each one of those energies And this particular workshop, we will have one on money, but this particular one coming up is about love and relationships. And we'll do kind of the same format, only we'll go back a little bit further and a little bit further until we find that root cause that's causing an imprint in your energy field that's blocking you from attracting the love of your life. Because sometimes, without knowing it, we have messages so deep down in there that it's blocking unintentionally. Well, the subconscious is intentionally blocking it, but it's unintentional on your part, on your conscious mind, if that makes sense. All right, I'm going to go ahead and see if there's any questions. If you valued or appreciated that, if you could please give me a thumbs up or a heart and let me know that that was some value to you. Even if you're watching the recording, I do check on those things. So let's go back and see. Okay, Cheryl gives me a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Natalie said she never said anything about money. Okay, Natalie, that's something that you might want to look at, because if she never said anything about money, it might have been a feeling, the way that she acted with it, the way that she treated it. So think about those things. Impulsivity, yep, impulsive with money. And Lauren's mom said, I'm too far behind. Yes. And I will tell you, I've experienced it where I felt like, here's how much money I actually needed. And I felt like I was here, month after month for a while. Being a single parent of a special needs child, it just, you get behind because you're fighting for their education. You're spending your time investing in the school, and trying to get all that done. And you don't have a significant other that keeps the bills flowing. And you got to do it by yourself. And I have felt that, Lauren. The problem was I kept saying, I'm so far behind. I'm so much in overwhelm. And the universe said, is that what you really want? And so I was in overwhelm. And I had more than I could handle. And one day I was like, duh. And so I began to say, I have enough money to pay all of my bills. I feel comfortable. I feel supported, and I feel loved by the universe. And you know what? In just very little time, I started noticing that the overwhelm went away. Things started to order themselves to where I could handle what I needed to handle, and money flowed. It was amazing. And it can happen for you too. And who wouldn't want to do that, right? Yes, Cheryl, you're welcome. All right. And Stephanie, thank you. And Mama Jaquine, thank you. So if you have any questions, go ahead and put them down here in the feed below. I know we've been on almost 40 minutes, which has taken a while. I had so much to share with you tonight because there's so much coming up. And with this supermoon, I think I put up here in the chat, just a sec here, to do the karmic clearing and experience the real peace. So we've done that. Keep in mind that as we're going to the supermoon, anything that comes up, journal it, write it down. And, if your anxiety's through the roof, come and see me, because this gal that did, like I said, she said that, she really didn't feel anything during our session time. But when she left, like the next, she said, thank you very much for the time we spent since last Friday. And she wrote me on Tuesday. I felt a huge shift in everything. Okay, anxiety gone from debilitating, making it a little bit shorter, to almost non-existent. And that just comes from shifting the energy out of your energy field, like we talked about at the beginning. That's right here. And you too can experience this. So if you are ready to shift your life into a more peaceful existence and catch the wave, so to speak, because right now we're in a wave. We've been like this for a while, and now we're in a wave, and things are kind of rolling out, and we'll hit the next wave soon, in about a week or so. And you're ready to be okay for the next level and not be off kilter, then let's get together. Okay, I wish that for each and every one of you. Let's see. Someone over here says, can a service dog come to the reading? Absolutely. Yep. They usually, most animals, when I do a reading, if I'm doing it for the human, not the animal, they will actually come and just lay down under the table and peacefully fall asleep. And they're so beautiful. Service animals do need an energy clearing as well, because they do take on so much of the human's anxieties and fears and stuff like that. So yes, of course, we would love to have them come. All right, everybody, big hugs and kisses to you all. Again, my name is Deanna, and if you go to forheavensake.com, click on practitioners, look for Denver. There's 2 different ones. And my name is Deanna, and you can get on my schedule. If you get onto the wrong schedule, it'll look like I'm all booked for the day. Or if you'd rather, call 303 964 9339. That's 303 964 9339. And let's get together. Even if you just have a question, that you want to have answered really quickly, you can always call the store and say, hey, I got a question before I book a session with Deanna. I'd really like to ask her, and let's talk, okay? My desired outcome is that each and every one of you experience peace, and we have about a year, about year 4 months of these up leveling of energies. So get on that wave now to feel better. And don't forget, I will be doing the manifesting love and relationships, okay, with similar karmic clearing that we experienced tonight, only it'll be more in depth, and you can shift that out, and you'll be so surprised what happens and the number of people that turn around, say hey, and smile at you where normally they ignored you or whatever. All right, and Natalie, she had one more question over here. And Natalie, I'm going to ask you to, let me hit reply over here. I'm going to ask you to call the store and ask about animal restrictions, because I am not aware of what their policy is, Natalie. So it'd be best if you give them a call. I put the number down there, 303-964-9339. Okay? Big hugs and kisses to everybody. I'm so super excited. I can't wait to see you tomorrow at the bookstore, for heaven's sakes, in Denver. And if you're not catching a session, at least just come by and say hello and get a hug. we can do that now that's not COVID. Anyway, have a great and wonderful night. Big hugs and kisses to everybody, and I will see you next week.